What if curiosity concealed a sinister truth? What if one small, seemingly trivial question could change everything forever? My story is not about love. It delves into the fragile line that separates yearning from regret. Curiosity, they say, was the downfall of the cat. Curiosity became my spark for growth, not a dangerous downfall. Changed my life forever. Your support means the world to me. Hungry for more stories? Subscribe now and hit the notification bell to stay connected. Join me as we dive into this tale together. Never did I think I would stand at the crossroads of my marriage, grappling with doubts, let alone the weight of betrayal. I was bound to Ethan, a man of remarkable integrity in every way. He was the essence of love, unwavering support, and relentless dedication, the husband that countless women dream of. Even in the most harmonious unions, a whisper of monotony can creep in, unsettling the peace. It's not about being unhappy, it's the ache of unfulfillment that lingers. It started with a tiny, almost ridiculous idea. One evening, while scrolling through my phone, I stumbled upon an article titled, "Does Size Really Matter?" Despite my eye roll at the obvious clickbait, I felt an undeniable pull that I couldn't ignore. My curiosity consumed me. Before I knew it, I was completely captivated by the piece. As I read the text, a surge of deep thought enveloped me, stirring profound reflections on my life and the complexities of my marriage. For over 10 years, Ethan and I intertwined our lives, each moment a thread in our shared tapestry. Our bond endured, yet it was devoid of the passion that could spark true change. He radiated warmth and trust, a quiet strength that touched every part of him, revealing depths I had never fully considered until now. The article planted a seed of thought in my mind. I felt a strange neutrality towards Ethan, neither unhappy nor fully content. The uncertainty gnawed at my very core. What if dimensions carried real weight? What if I had been blind to something profoundly important all this time? The haunting question echoed in my mind for weeks, refusing to fade away. A soft, unyielding whisper grew louder, echoing in the silence whenever I faced my own thoughts. I couldn't bear to tell Ethan about it. How does one approach such a fragile topic with the man they hold dear, the one who entrusts them completely? The weight of those thoughts bore down on me, suffocating and relentless. Still, no matter how hard I tried to suppress it, the pull of curiosity grew stronger. One evening, as Ethan drifted into sleep, I unlocked my phone, driven by an urge to explore questions I never thought I'd ask. Each search unveiled stories, conversations, and hidden truths, each revelation more striking than the last. It felt like a storm breaking free, chaos pouring forth uncontrollably. Women revealed their stories, their concealed truths, and their haunting moments of regret. Many voices claimed that size mattered, influencing both the physical world and the depths of our emotions. A strange mix of guilt and thrill surged within me as I lost myself in the pages. Is it a mistake to reflect? Was it a mistake to pursue understanding? Ultimately, the simple act of wondering proved insufficient. I told myself it was just for research, a way to satisfy my curiosity, nothing more. A hidden profile emerged on a secretive dating platform. I chose to forgo a photograph, offering only a vague glimpse into my yearnings. The rush surged through me, a feeling I hadn't experienced in ages. The moment I hit send on the profile, messages poured in like a storm. Men of all sorts emerged, some with harsh words, others radiating an alluring grace. Still, I held on to one unwavering standard. In my search for answers, I stumbled upon a figure that ignited my curiosity, and in a twist of fate, I found him. He went by Claire. In his early 30s, he radiated confidence, his smile a beacon of warmth, matched only by a physique that mirrored the striking images in his photographs. His charm was magnetic, a dance of flirtation wrapped in unwavering respect. He tackled the topic I was eager to explore with unwavering confidence, masterfully blending audacity with nuance. A smile tugged at my lips as I read his messages, my heart racing with every word we shared. He lived about an hour away and seemed genuinely excited to meet, He honored my boundaries, ensuring I never felt small. He ignited a spark of life in me that I thought had faded away. This is simply beyond belief, I thought to myself. What am I truly involved in? Even the fiercest self-criticism couldn't hold me back. I vowed it would be just one fleeting moment, a simple quest to quench my curiosity, a pursuit of knowledge alone. What I thought was a simple choice spiraled into a tangled mess I couldn't control. The instant I chose to meet Claire, I told Ethan I was reconnecting with an old friend for coffee. It wasn't entirely false. I had planned to savor a cup of coffee, though not alongside a friend. Claire and I decided to meet at a charming, peaceful hotel on the outskirts of town. It held no trace of deceit, yet it was far from extravagant, skillfully concealed to create a comforting sense of safety. As I drove, a storm of anxiety churned in my gut. As I created that profile, a chilling realization washed over me. I had already crossed a line. But to meet him in person, this was an experience like no other. This betrayal would haunt me forever. When I arrived, Claire was already there, waiting for me in the lobby. He towered above my expectations, his strong shoulders and easy smile wrapping around me like a warm embrace. He came toward me, exuding a calm confidence, like two old friends finally finding each other after years of separation. Were you able to achieve it? His voice wrapped around her, a tender caress that lingered in the air. I nodded, my nerves stealing my voice. My mind screamed for me to flee, to avoid a choice I couldn't take back. Yet my body was rooted, irresistibly pulled toward him in a way I couldn't explain. We seized every moment with purpose. Claire had booked a room ahead of time. A wave of guilt crashed over me as I stepped inside. The wedding ring felt heavy on my finger, a silent reminder of the promises I was about to shatter. This is your final opportunity to walk away, Claire murmured, his eyes searching deep into mine. I halted, my heart pounding fiercely in my chest. It was a moment that slipped away too quickly. I yearned for this, I whispered, giving voice to my longing, making the moment feel strikingly real, disturbingly genuine. The hours blurred together, and Claire became everything I had ever read and more. Confident, watchful, and skilled in ways I had never seen before. He stirred feelings in me I never knew existed. For the first time in my life, I felt a pleasure so overwhelming it was almost unbearable. In the aftermath, a deep silence wrapped around us, heavy and haunting. I stared at the ceiling, my mind a storm of emotions. Guilt, satisfaction, excitement, and shame tangled in a chaotic web. Claire's gaze met mine, his fingers tracing soft, lingering patterns on my arm. Did it truly matter? He asked softly, and I couldn't bear to look him in the eye. I nodded, biting my lip to hold back the tears that were on the verge of falling. It was undeniably worthwhile. That was the most haunting part. In one fleeting afternoon, I risked everything. In that moment, I felt it resonate within me. I was destined to take that journey again. Driving home, I replayed every moment, weighing it against the years spent with Ethan. The difference reached far deeper than just the surface. The feeling Claire stirred in me was deep, electric, desired, and limitless. As I crossed the threshold, Ethan's familiar warmth enveloped me, pulling me into a moment charged with unspoken emotions. How was the coffee experience? He asked, pulling me close, a warmth that felt nice. I lied, my voice steady, even as chaos roared inside me. That evening, lying in bed next to Ethan, my thoughts were entirely taken over by Claire. The intrigue that brought me here had transformed into something far deeper, surpassing simple curiosity. It was a force of unimaginable danger. I was completely entranced. The morning after my second meeting with Claire, I woke up feeling like a completely changed person. They had crossed the threshold, and there was no turning back. What started as simple curiosity transformed into a looming danger, a threat that was far more daunting than anyone could have imagined. Every time I looked at Ethan's trusting face, a wave of guilt surged within me. Yet, no weight of guilt could overshadow the irresistible pull Claire had on me. While Ethan pressed on, oblivious to the world around him, He was consumed by his work and the cadence of our lives, blind to the changes unfolding within me. I told myself it was enough. I poured my heart into every moment at home, crafting his favorite meals, asking about his day, and wrapping him in warmth. A weight of guilt crushed my heart, and I fought desperately to atone for it. Ethan thought my kindness was real, blind to the dark secret hidden beneath my composed exterior. In truth, my thoughts were consumed by Claire. Every message he sent my heart racing. Every memory of his touch and kiss reverberated in my mind as I lay next to Ethan beneath the stars. A yearning for Claire ignited inside me, surpassing physical attraction and plunging deep into my soul. It surpassed the simple excitement that Claire brought to my life. The contrast was striking. With Claire by my side, desire ignited within me, adventure beckoned, and life surged with intensity. With Ethan by my side, I felt safe, but an emptiness lingered, craving more excitement. I convinced myself that it was only fair to crave the safety of my marriage alongside the passion Claire ignited within me. As time went on, the lies slipped out with increasing ease. Errands, gym sessions, lunch dates with friends, each a convenient mask for my hidden absences. Every lie I wove came with a charming smile that Ethan never questioned, making the deception feel all too easy. I hated the lies I spun for him, detested the image of myself that surfaced, yet deep down I found no urge to stop. Claire ignited a feeling in me that I couldn't shake off. Claire, in his unique way, honored my boundaries, never pushing for more than I was ready to give. He held back from asking about Ethan, opting to avoid the parts of my life that lay outside our fleeting encounters. It made it easier to sort through what we shared. Being with him felt like stepping into a world apart, where my obligations faded, guilt vanished, and the weight of my marriage lifted away. In his presence, clarity surged through me, illuminating the reasons I couldn't turn away. The connection went beyond the surface, yet the physical pull was impossible to ignore. He had a way of making me feel truly seen. Claire revealed a part of me that had long been shrouded in darkness. In his presence, I became more than just Ethan's wife or a homemaker. I was a woman vibrant, fearless, and alive. One evening, after another intense afternoon with Claire, I came home to find Ethan waiting for me. He had cooked dinner, and yet here I was betraying him over and over. I pressed my lips to his cheek, whispering my thanks, desperately trying to push Claire from my thoughts. That night I resolved to end it, to cut all ties with Claire forever. Just a week later, I was once again wrapped in his embrace. The urge consumed my regret, drowning out the love I still felt for Ethan. Every time I promised it would be the last, I ended up back at the start again. Claire asked for nothing, but his awareness was palpable. "You keep saying this is the last time," he teased one afternoon, our bodies tangled in the sheets. I chuckled softly, but the sound was devoid of any joy. "I've finally faced the truth. It's a tangled web." "Life always is," he murmured, his fingers brushing softly against my skin as he tucked a strand of hair behind my ear. In truth, I felt an unyielding urge to continue. Letting go of Claire felt like tearing away a part of my soul. Yet deep down I knew this mask couldn't hold forever. The lies piled up and soon something would shatter. I pushed those thoughts away, if only for now. I was caught off guard, unable to face the fallout. Not now. My life became a stunning performance, an intricate dance I never thought I could learn to navigate. To Ethan, I was the unwavering and steadfast partner. I laughed at his jokes, arranged our meals, and made sure our life together moved seamlessly, just like before. Yet, beneath that shining surface, I felt myself unraveling. Claire had become an all-consuming desire. The thrill was not just in the physical sensations, though they were impossible to ignore. It was the feeling he stirred inside me. In his presence, I became more than just Ethan's wife. I was more than just a woman moving through the monotony of everyday life. Energy coursed through me, a fierce boldness driving my every move, utterly entranced by the allure of the forbidden. Ethan was lost in his own world, oblivious to the storm brewing around him. His belief in me never wavered. That made my actions feel even more surreal. My double life unraveled in a parallel world, far removed from the safe, steady boundaries of my marriage. Claire and I started meeting more often. The moments we snatched from time became the highlight of my week. Every second with you was like stepping into a dream world. Every time I returned to Ethan, it was like breaking free from a dream, stepping into the sharpness of reality. Still, dreams slip away in an instant. One afternoon, as Claire and I lounged in a tranquil hotel room, his intense gaze pierced through me, tightening my heart in a vice of emotion. "You realize this moment won't last, right?" His voice was a soft murmur, barely breaking the silence. The words hit me like a thunderclap. "Can you explain what you mean?" I asked, propping myself up on one elbow. He pointed back and forth between us as he spoke. "Your love for your husband shines through unmistakably. I won't get in the way of that. Still, you mustn't keep tearing yourself apart like this." I inhaled sharply, his words cutting through the haze that had shrouded my life. He was undeniably right. Though I longed to keep the two worlds apart, I felt the thrill of peril creeping closer. Claire reached for my hand, his grip a blend of softness and determination. "You must uncover your true desires, Elena. I never wanted to push you away, but this dangerous journey can't go on any longer. In the end, it will break." His words lingered in my thoughts, haunting me long after I left that day. For the first time, guilt clung to me, shattering the illusion that all was well. Ethan held my heart captive. I really did. In that moment, Claire exposed a deep emptiness I never knew was there. That night, as I lay in bed next to Ethan, sleep slipped through my fingers. I watched him breathe in, his face calm and peaceful in the soft light. He was unaware of the storm raging inside me. I pondered everything Claire had given me: passion, thrill, the captivating draw of the unknown. Still, I couldn't shake the haunting thoughts of the losses that awaited me. Ethan was everything to me. He was my partner, my dearest friend, the one who built a life with me. I just couldn't bear to lose that. I refuse. As the sun rose, I made a vow to change everything. My last meeting with Claire weighed on me, the weight of my choice pressing down as I traveled. As I stepped into the room, Claire greeted me with his usual charm, but a knowing glint flickered in his eyes. "This is the moment, right?" he asked softly. I nodded, the sharp ache of tears threatening to spill over. "I can't take this anymore, Claire. My love for my husband is limitless. Joy envelopes my life. I can't risk it any longer." Claire stood still, his silence heavy, offering no resistance, no plea to change my mind. With a fluid motion, he reached out and took my hand, sending a jolt through me. "I see," he said quietly. "I truly hope you find everything you desire." Amidst my tears, a smile broke through, heavy with gratitude for his deep understanding. Leaving him felt like tearing away a piece of my soul, but I knew it was what had to be done. I inhaled sharply, his words cutting through the haze that had shrouded my life. He was right. I wanted to keep the two worlds apart, but the truth was I was teetering on the edge of the fire. Claire reached for my hand, his grip a mix of softness and determination. "You must uncover your true desires, Claire. I'm not saying this to push you away, but it's evident that you can't keep walking this dangerous road. In the end, it will shatter." His words haunted me, echoing in my thoughts long after I left that day. For the first time, guilt clung to me, shattering the illusion that all was well. My love for Ethan ran deep. I truly adored him. In Claire, I found a presence I never knew I was missing. That evening, as I lay in bed next to Ethan, sleep slipped through my fingers. Watching him breathe, his face radiated a quiet calm, illuminated by the soft, fading light. He was unaware of the storm raging inside me, the choices that awaited my grasp. Reflecting on all that Claire had given me, I was overwhelmed by a wave of passion and excitement, a thrilling embrace of the unknown. Yet, I couldn't shake the haunting thoughts of the losses that awaited me. Ethan was not just my husband. He was my partner, my closest confidant, the man who shaped a life with me. As the sun rose, I made a vow to move ahead. My last meeting with Claire weighed on me, the weight of my choice pressing down with each step I took. Upon entering the room, his charm enveloped me, but a knowing glint danced in his eyes. "This is the moment, right?" he asked softly. I nodded, tears threatening to spill from my eyes. "I can't take this anymore, Claire. My love for my husband is profound. My life is a precious gift, and I can no longer risk it for this." Claire stayed quiet, choosing not to challenge my choice or influence my mind. In that instant, he reached out and took my hand. "I understand," he replied, his voice steady. "And for what it's worth, I genuinely hope you find everything you seek." Tears shimmered in my eyes as I forced a smile, grateful for his understanding. Leaving him felt like tearing away a piece of my soul, but I knew it was the only way forward. As I drove home that day, an unexpected calm washed over me. The truth that sparked it all had finally come to light. Did passion or zeal truly matter? It made a mark, but it lacked the depth to be truly complete. The heart of it all was the life I built with Ethan, a deep love and unshakable trust that held us tightly together. As I crossed the threshold, Ethan stood there, his smile radiating warmth and familiarity, igniting a rush of emotions within me. I clung to him tightly, burying my face in his chest, breathing in the soothing scent that wrapped around me like a warm memory. "What is the reason behind this?" he asked, a quiet chuckle slipping from his mouth. It was just because I spoke, my voice thick with emotion. I knew without a doubt that my choice was right. Claire uncovered a part of me that lay dormant, an understanding I had longed for without knowing. In the end, the ties of my family, the sacredness of my marriage, and the life I built with Ethan outweighed any fleeting temptation. Leaving was a struggle, and Claire's presence would linger in my mind for a long while, but I had come to my decision. My relentless curiosity nearly cost me everything, yet it became a powerful reminder of what truly matters.